B. Tape scripts for practice TOEFL tests 1 through 8. The listening comprehension section of the test is divided into 3 parts: Part A, Part B, and Part C. On the actual TOEFL test, you have 12 seconds to answer each question and 5 seconds when you hear "go to the next page." You may need a stopwatch to time yourself while you are taking the practice TOEFL tests in this book. On the actual TOEFL test, you should mark your best choice for each answer because points are not taken off for wrong answers. The instructions for the listening comprehension sections of the practice TOEFL tests are given on the compact disc. Read the directions in your book while you listen to the instructions on the recording. Practice TOEFL 1, Section 1, Listening Comprehension. In this section, you will demonstrate your skills in understanding spoken English. There are 3 parts in the listening comprehension section with different tasks in each. Part A, Directions. In Part A, you will hear short conversations between 2 people. At the end of each conversation, a third person will ask a question about what the 2 people said. Each conversation and each question will be spoken only 1 time. For this reason, you must listen carefully to understand what each speaker says. After you hear a conversation and the question, read the 4 selections and choose the one that is the best answer to the question the speaker asked. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and blacken the space that corresponds to the letter for the answer you have chosen. Blacken the space completely so that the letter inside the space does not show. Listen to the following example. On the recording, you hear,
"Does the car need to be filled?"
Mary stopped at the gas station on her way home.
"What does the woman mean?" In your test book, you will read, A. Mary bought some food. B. Mary had car trouble. C. Mary went shopping. D. Mary bought some gas. From the conversation, you learn that Mary stopped at the gas station on her way home. The best answer to the question, "Does the car need to be filled?" is D. Mary bought some gas. Therefore, the correct answer is D. Now, let us begin Part A with question number 1. Question number 1.
Mike looks upset. He must have not done well on the test.
When he skips classes, he should at least borrow notes.
What does the woman mean? Question number 2.
Hello, I'd like to make an appointment to have my blood pressure checked.
The office will reopen at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
What does the man imply? Question number 3.
Here is your sandwich and coffee.
Excuse me, but I also ordered a salad.
What does the woman mean? Question number 4.
Mr. Calvert had an appointment downtown.
Did he say when he is coming back?
What does the man mean? Question number 5.
How will I know when my book's arrived?
After the library receives the book, we'll send you a postcard.
What does the woman mean? Question number 6.
Where is Steve? He is usually here at 6.
He went out for dinner instead of cooking.
What does the man say about Steve? Question number 7.
I don't need a parking sticker. I ride my bicycle every morning.
Students can purchase bike permits at the next counter.
What does the woman imply? Question number 8.
This research paper has taken us almost 2 months already.
I wish they would tell us when the assignment is due.
What does the man mean? Question number 9.
What was the terrible noise next door?
When the driver was backing out of the garage, he ran over the trash can.
What does the woman mean? Question number 10.
What did Henry and Joan think about the commencement address?
Joan couldn't hear half of what the speaker said.
What does the man mean? Question number 11.
My parents and I are very close, and I usually call them once or twice a week.
Once your phone is hooked up, you can call off campus.
What does the woman mean? Question number 12.
Why didn't you get toothpaste while you were out?
The drugstore is sold out.
What does the man mean? Question number 13.
I wish I could get around this slow-moving truck.
Don't try passing it on the right. You'll get a ticket.
What does the woman imply? Question number 14.
Your parents' business is done very well. Does your father have an MBA?
My father never went as far as college.
What does the man say about his father? Question number 15.
I can't believe how many mistakes people make on the admission sheet.
Students seldom read instructions before filling out forms.
What does the woman mean? Question number 16.
Excuse me, would you happen to know where the movie theater is?
Turn around, go back for about a mile, and you'll see it on your left.
What did the man mean? Question number 17.
We never see Julie. During the summer, she came to visit Mary every week.
She is carrying a full course load this semester.
What does the woman mean? Question number 18.
You have many enjoyable activities scheduled for your geology students. I bet they are well attended.
Hardly anyone went on the day trip to the falls.
What does the man mean? Question number 19.
How did we do in St. Louis?
The women's swim team lost, and so did the men's.
What does the woman mean? Question number 20.
I've heard that the sales have been pretty dismal this quarter.
Have you had a chance to look over the report yet?
What does the man mean? Question number 21.
How come you brought your umbrella?
One never knows about the weather this time of year.
What does a woman mean? Question number 22.
You have to fill out the patient information form and the insurance form.
Do I have to fill out both sides?
Where is this conversation taking place? Question number 23.
I can't believe the sink is not draining again.
It's time to call Acme Services.
What is Acme Services? Question number 24.
Are you almost finished with your classes? When does the break start?
I still have a research project to work on.
What is the woman going to do next? Question number 25.
Where did you go last night?
We found a nice little coffee shop at the end of the street.
Where did the woman go? Question number 26.
No sooner did we move in than the water heater stopped working.
How much did that cost you?
What does the man mean? Question number 27.
I hear we will have new computers before the end of the month.
It's about time.
What does the woman mean? Question number 28.
Can we meet tomorrow? I need help preparing for my math test.
Will Thursday be all right?
What is the woman suggesting? Question number 29.
I need to break $1.
Not another candy bar.
What does the woman's response imply? Question number 30.
These pears are expensive.
The strawberries are in season.
Let's get some then.
Where is this conversation taking place? This is the end of Part A. Now read the directions for Part B while they are being read to you. Part B. Directions. In this part of the test, you will hear longer conversations. After each conversation, you will hear several questions. The conversations and questions will not be repeated. After you hear a question, read the 4 possible answers in your test book and choose the best answer. Then on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and fill in the space that corresponds to the letter of the answer you have chosen. Remember, you are not allowed to take notes or write in your test book. Questions 31 through 34 refer to the following conversation about animation.
What movie are you going to see?
I am taking my daughters to a matinee. We try to make it every Sunday. Unfortunately, they like cartoons, so I also have to watch them.
I like cartoons too. Last week I saw an animated feature and I really enjoyed it. Do you know how much work goes into making them? First, the story has to be written. Then an artist, or even a whole team of artists, draw the story frame by frame. When that's done, the camera crew photographs the entire sequence. The dialogue and voice features add depth and specific dimensions to the animated characters to make the plot intriguing. The music and the dialogue are recorded to match the story and the action on film. Of course, special visual and sound effects are added to the basic layout. Without them, the final version of the feature wouldn't be nearly as much fun. I think cartoons are a form of art.
I guess I will look at cartoons a little differently now than I used to. Where did you learn so much about how cartoons are made?
Question number 31. Where is this conversation probably taking place? Question number 32. Why does the man say that it's unfortunate that his children like cartoons? Question number 33. What is the first step in making a cartoon? Question number 34. What is the purpose of special effects? Questions 35 through 38 refer to the following conversation about autumn.
I think after all the noise in the city, quiet walks in the woods can be very restful. Look, it's so pretty when the leaves are changing color. I am glad we decided to come here.
Seasonal changes always make things appear beautiful. In the spring, the green grass and leaves make everything seem new. In the autumn, when the leaves turn red, yellow, and brown, the woods are full of color. No wonder autumn is called fall. When leaves fall on the ground, they cover it like a blanket.
Actually, the leaves turn color because in the autumn, days are shorter than in the summer, and the number of daylight hours decreases. I'm sure this does not sound very romantic, but it's scientifically accurate.
Scientifically accurate or not, I just enjoy looking at the trees that can have a dozen different shades of color in their crowns.
Question number 35. Where does this exchange probably take place? Question number 36. When does this conversation probably occur? Question number 37. Why do tree leaves change color? Question number 38. Why does the woman say scientifically accurate or not? This is the end of Part B. Now read the directions for Part C while they are being read to you. Part C. Directions. In Part C, you will hear short talks. At the end of each, you will be asked several questions. Each talk and each question will be spoken only one time. For this reason, you must listen carefully to understand what the speaker says. After you hear a question, read the 4 selections and choose the one that is the best answer to the question the speaker asked. Then, on your answer sheet, find the number of the question and blacken the space that corresponds to the letter for the answer you have chosen. Listen to this sample talk. You will hear,
Before people used automobiles, they walked or rode bicycles for short distances and took trains, streetcars, or horse-drawn carriages for long-distance travel. When automobiles were first produced, only the rich could afford them. Today, almost every household in the United States owns at least one car, and 90% of American adults have driver's licenses. According to the yearly value of its output, the U.S. automobile industry exceeds all other manufacturing industries in the country. As a consumer, this industry also supports other major industries such as steel, glass, and rubber. Furthermore, approximately 12 million Americans are employed in the auxiliary service industries consisting of repair shops and service stations.
Now listen to the following question. You will hear, according to the speaker, how did people travel before the invention of the automobile? You will read, A. By cars and carriages. B. By bicycles, trains, and carriages. C. On foot and by boat. D. On board ships and trains. The best answer to the question, according to the speaker, how did people travel before the invention of the automobile, is B. By bicycles, trains, and carriages. Therefore, the correct answer is B. Now listen to another sample question. Approximately how many people are employed in the automobile service industry? You will read A. 1 million. B. 10 million. C. 12 million. D. 90 million. The best answer to the question, approximately how many people are employed in the automobile service industry, is C. 12 million. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Questions 39 through 43 refer to the following talk about air conditioning.
When it's hot and humid outside, most of us enjoy air conditioning, and some even consider it a necessity. Although many people believe that air conditioning only cools the indoor air, it also controls its moisture content and cleanliness. Because human comfort depends on humidity to a large degree, air conditioning can remove moisture from the air or add it as necessary. Air conditioning devices also control air circulation in premises by bringing in fresh air and removing polluted or contaminated air. During winter, air conditioning performs predominantly the same functions as it does in summer. It warms the air to a comfortable temperature and pumps clean, moist air into the quarters where people live and work. In business settings, air conditioning improves the efficiency of workers. In air-conditioned offices, employees stay alert and become less tired than in offices without air conditioning. They make fewer mistakes and have fewer accidents. The same can be said about drivers who may feel tired and sleepy while sitting in a warm vehicle, and insurance analysts have claimed that driving an air-conditioned car makes one less prone to accidents, particularly in the afternoon or evening. In Florida, where it's humid almost year-round, the locals can't even imagine comfort without air conditioning.
Question number 39. What is the function of air conditioning? Question number 40. How does air conditioning affect the humidity in premises? Question number 41. Why is air removed from residential and working areas? Question number 42. How does air conditioning work in winter? Question number 43. Why is air conditioning beneficial for office workers? Questions 44 through 47 refer to the following talk about reporter career choices.
For those of you who dream of a career in the news profession, the opportunities are numerous. In the past decade, the job market for news reporters, editors, and investigators has been competitive, and as a general rule, there has been much demand for reporters in business and financial news. Unfortunately, opportunities for sports writers have not been as plentiful, and are not likely to be so for a few more years. Before you set out to approach chief editors of specific papers, you should keep in mind that copy editors have been in far greater demand than either assignment reporters or professionals with skills in specialized areas, such as law and science. An important rule for all those who seek employment in the newspaper business is that your writing and reporting skills are never too good, and you need to work to improve them, even if you already have a job. Jobs in magazine writing and journalism have not fared as well as those in the newspaper area because most magazines have cut their staffs. This means there may be an oversupply of trained and experienced magazine writers already, and magazines may be a difficult area for a new person to break into. Similarly, things are tight in broadcast journalism. Many radio and local TV stations have decided not to expand their reporting efforts, and the demand in radio and TV journalism has been sluggish. However, one new development in TV journalism is that currently many large market stations have undertaken to run 2-hour newscasts that have given prominence to local news on the national networks and stations. The expansion of the news format may translate into openings in this segment of the market.
Question number 44. What areas of the newspaper business offer good employment opportunities? Question number 45. According to the speaker, what reporter skills need ongoing improvement? Question number 46. What is the situation in the magazine reporting business? Question number 47. What can be said about the future career opportunities in the newscast media? Questions 48 through 50 refer to the following talk on groundwater.
Groundwater is a vital source of drinking water and irrigation in the U.S. and other countries. Thousands of sources are found throughout the country. The economic forecasts show that its use will grow due to increased population, industrialization, and agricultural irrigation. Groundwater is not unlimited, and this essential form of the Earth's resources may be depleted. Its supply cannot be renewed as quickly as that of rainwater, and some sources may disappear permanently. Another consideration to worry about is that contamination of groundwater has occurred in various places in the United States, so some of its sources are no longer potable. When groundwater is contaminated, it cannot be cleansed as simply as surface water, because the flow of groundwater is slow and not turbulent, and contaminants cannot be dispersed and diluted by new water additions. Airborne bacteria that help cleanse surface water don't have access to groundwater flows. Because groundwater is not in contact with the oxygen in the atmosphere, only a small number among dozens of bacteria types can reach it to accelerate the cleansing processes. Once groundwater at a particular source is contaminated, it may take several hundred years to cleanse it of degradable wastes.
Question number 48. According to the speaker, why is groundwater important? Question number 49. What are the causes of decrease in the groundwater supply? Question number 50. How long does it take to cleanse a groundwater supply? Stop working on Section 1.